It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week 1. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's
It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. And leading them out at quarterback, guy from Western Kentucky, it's Bailey Zappi.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Here's Brady. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, Brady. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals. Burrow gonna open by putting it up. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. To throw is Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. They'll run with Dillon. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw, it's Brady.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Brady looking to throw. This one into the hands of Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the veteran, Trent Brown. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Zappy to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals will have great field position right around midfield.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
The Bengals offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here. As they begin this under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they on second and long. They go play action for Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Brady to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, here's Brady. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to third and 3. To the air is Brady. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, That's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
We'll try the right side this time. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. To throw is Brady. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Zappi. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England. Point after try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Patriots will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll look underneath here for Dillon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. You think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Right back to Dillon. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Here's a 3rd and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On play action, here's Brady. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now it's Zappi. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Bengals are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Burrow. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
So they've made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now the return. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Brady set to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Brady gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Patriots are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. So this next drive about to get going, we remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up Week 1 with Monday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the outside, complete to Johnson. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Zone read, and it's a give to Dillon. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and a yard. Moving the tight end right. To throw is Burrow. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Here's Burrow. That's caught by Dillon. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down, Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Throwing is Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, in the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Zappi. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Brady to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Brady looking to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Javon Baker was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long. Back to throw, Zappi. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Burrow now. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st down, Burrow. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Dillon. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They go play action for Burrow. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Zappi. Quickly to the outside and complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now a timeout, Cincinnati. That's their 2nd.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their 37-yard line.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
The Patriots offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Here's Brady. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Zappi to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and 5. To the air is Brady. He's got a receiver. That's Baker. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. To throw is Brady. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Zappi. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Brady. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome to the Madden family for you and Greg. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll go right and find his running back. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Burrow to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
2nd down, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's still on his feet. Jamar Chase. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will come back to tie things at 17. go back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's third and 7. Moss in motion. On third down, it's Brady. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Patriots first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Second and 7. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. Third and 9. Off the play fake, here's Brady. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The home team's offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Now a second down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They bring Chase in motion. Here's Burrow. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He may go. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So now, after the fireworks, a chance to cash in. They have it first and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Bengals.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tied ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will go up by 7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw, Zappi. Going up top. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. Brady looking to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Brady to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Brady set to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
To throw, it's Brady. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. On play action. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Burrow. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Burrow now. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Burrow. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. To throw is Burrow. That is caught. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He Gain the tough yards. They'll go with their fullback. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. Let's go back through their earlier possessions, and a lot of them, Greg, have ended with the defense going the other way.
And there's no greater indicator in the NFL of success in terms of wins and losses than the turnover battle. And we've seen so many statistics and charts. We can go on and on. The simplest way to say, if you protect the ball, your chance of winning goes up. If you don't protect the ball, your chance of winning goes down. So here they have 3 interceptions, losing fumbles. It's really been a meltdown by multiple guys all across this offense.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now a give on the ground. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. Now Zappi. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here's Zappi. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. And the Patriots ready to kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on second down. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, they go with Dillon. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. The throw on the run is complete. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. To throw is Brady. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. To the air is Brady. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here's Brady. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Dillon. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. They go play action. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game, but the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Zappy to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Throwing is Zappy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. 3rd and 6. Zappy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. Back to throw, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. It's a run out of the gun. Here's Dillon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The quarterback just has no chance to escape when the offensive line gets beat that fast. When the defensive line can get in the backfield before the quarterback even hits his back foot of his drop, he's got no choice but to just eat the sack and live to play another play.
The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Brady. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. Now it's Zappi. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's 1st and 10. Brady looking to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Back to throw, Zappi. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Here comes 3rd and 6. Brady to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the 4th quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Running here is Dillon. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now, Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
It's another go with Dillon. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. It's Dillon. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.